What's going on, guys? It's Nick from MPH, and welcome to our very first YouTube video. We're Miata Performance House. Over here, we just do a bunch of different stuff with Miatas, and we have fun with it. I just want to take the time in this video to just introduce you guys to our Miatas, introduce you guys to the team, and let you guys know some of the projects that we're going to have going on in the very near future. All of these cars you see behind me right now are project cars and cars that are getting some really cool work done to it. So we're going to go over everything we have here right now. So if you like Miatas, this is definitely the place for you. Make sure you guys subscribe to our channel. Make sure you guys like the video. And most importantly, make sure you guys comment down below because that's what helps the YouTube algorithm the most. Like I said, we've got some really cool stuff coming up. We're going to be taking some of these Miatas on some road trips to one of the biggest Miata meets in the world. We're going to be driving thousands of miles to go here. We got a lot of other Miata meets coming up. We're going to be hosting a Miata barbecue, and this stuff is all going to be documented on the channel. You guys are going to be right here along on the ride with us. Now I'm going to take a quick walk around the shop, and I'm going to show you guys what we got going on with these cars. I'm going to start the tour off with this Miata right here. This is one of my personal projects. Long story short, this is a turbo Unos Roadster, so it's right-hand drive. It's boosted, imported from Japan. Here's how she sits, guys. I know she's really dusty and she needs some love. But like I said, this is a right-hand drive turbo car. Before I show you under the hood, I'll show you the interior. It's all taken apart right now. I got my blow dryer sitting right there. The door panel's out, but that's what the interior looks like. This is an original British racing green, but the previous owner plasti dipped the car matte black for some terrible reason. And we're still in the process of taking it all off, and we'll get it all off. Once it's off, this car's gonna get detailed. It's gonna look beautiful. Like I said, it's turboed, but as you'll see right now, there's no turbo in the car. It's in there, but it's not installed. And about a week ago, this car was perfectly running, but we had an eBay turbo in there, and then I had the opportunity to pick up this Garrett. So we got that. We're just in the process of installing it and getting it clocked properly. Besides that, I mean, everything's hooked up on this car, ready to go. You know, it's just a stock 1.6 motor with some boost. Can't really go wrong. Really not much to look at right now, but give me a couple weeks, guys. I promise you this car is gonna be looking beautiful. I kind of have no choice because my other Miata that I'm gonna be showing you guys in the next video is gonna be getting completely taken apart. I have a new motor for it right here, which is gonna be going in. So I have to get this one running and driving and tuned so that way I have a Miata to enjoy while my other one is under the knife. I've had this car for 3 years and I still never completed the build. I had it running and driving, but I never got it tuned, and shortly after getting it driving and everything good, then we decided to take the turbo out and go with a different one. So, you know, we like to take apart stuff that runs perfectly fine, but that's how it is when you're in the car game. So now we're gonna go over Danny's car. We got Danny over here. He's gonna tell you guys the story of how he got this car for $200, and he's gonna show you guys what he did to it. So, Danny, our viewers want to know, how the hell did you get this Miata for only $200?
I got lucky. The guy was about to junk this thing. Literally, we were like, yo, I'll just take $200. Like, I'll just give you 200.
Yeah, so he was about to junk it, and he told us that he was going to get $150 if he junked it. So we offered him $200, and he took it. Had a clean title. It even had a motor and a trans in it, but it didn't have a differential. And he took a bunch of parts off of it that he thought were valuable because he was going to junk the shell. So, you know, it makes sense that it was missing some stuff. When you got this car, you put it together pretty quick, right?
Within a month, because I had to get it ready for the Gap.
The Gap. And what's the Gap, Danny?
Miata's at the Gap, bro.
Miata's at the Gap is the biggest Miata meetup in the United States and possibly in the world. We bought this car for $200, fixed it up with parts from a crashed Miata, and then drove it 2,000 miles to Tail of the Dragon and ripped it on the Dragon for the whole week, and then drove it back home with how many issues, Danny?
Zero, nada.
Zero issues. So
nothing at all.
That brings us to another point, that Danny is our CMT, which stands for Certified Miata Tech. If you guys want to see some CMT shirts, we're going to get some CMT merch coming up soon.
Oh, yeah.
But that's Hamilton. He's our assistant. He's in our way right now, right, Hamilton? Get out the way, buddy. So, yeah, so point I'm trying to make, guys, is that Danny's the guy that basically can rip your Miata apart and put it back together in a matter of a couple hours, and it'll run and drive perfectly. So, what you got right there? That's how you know.
That's how you know
It's a real Miata guy.
I'm in there.
When Danny got the car, it was completely stock. As you could tell now, it's not stock. So what'd you do to this car cosmetically, Danny?
Did the headlights, I got the MB2 bumper with the Tupperware kit, the big lip.
Nice, and that's completely custom. Danny had to completely make that himself.
Then we also got some Z-Mod, some Z-Mod garage.
Some Z-Mod garage
Some
fenders.
flares.
Top of the line stuff right there.
Some real nice shit. I gotta put this one on.
Yeah, why are they not on the car right now? And why are they on your roof instead of being on the car?
Cause my dumb ass completely forgot to tighten my wheel one day. And then Omar took it for a drive and the wheel came off and broke one of my flares, so I gotta fix it.
Nice. So, all right, guys. So, the flares are on the roof. That's why it looks a little funky down here right now. But don't worry, Danny's gonna fix it. Why don't you tell him about your mirrors?
The mirrors are custom. Harley Davidson turn signals.
Harley Davidson turn signals retrofitted to become Miata mirrors, and they're pretty much not usable, right? Because I've driven your car, Omar's driven your car, and we both cannot see a damn thing out of those mirrors.
They suck, but they're just like, they look good, you know? And they don't stick off further than the body.
Let's see. And is there a benefit to that, or?
Yeah, it makes you squeeze, like make you able to squeeze through tighter areas, unlike with the stock mirrors.
Okay, fair enough. Good point. All right. Looks like we got some stuff going on in the rear here. I don't think you should tell them what car that wing came off, right? You should probably gatekeep that.
Yeah.
So that's a wing. It's an OEM wing, actually, off of a different car. But Danny's going to gatekeep that. We're not going to let you guys know what it is because then everyone's going to go and buy them. That's how it always works. So
got the Zoom Engineering taillights.
Zoom Engineering taillights, you know, nice different look. I love this car because it's just a bunch of custom, like period correct kind of stuff. But the exterior, honestly, is nowhere near as cool as the interior. So let's take a look at the inside of this thing. So what do we got going on in here, Danny?
We got the carbon fiber bucket seats, Invictus.
So we got some Invictus carbon fiber bucket seats.
And I got the Cusco cage, 6-point cage.
Cusco cage, yeah, dude, I love this cage. Full roll cage in
Discontinued,
here.
so it's rare.
Yeah, you're not gonna find another one of these unless maybe you're in Japan or something. You know, why don't we drop the top so that we can get a better look at this interior?
Yeah, honestly.
Sheesh. All right, guys, so there's that Cusco cage, and it looks so fire, honestly.
The reason it's red is because it used to be color matched to my old Miata back there.
Yeah, and that's another project. We turned that Miata into a dumpster. So,
Yep.
I don't know, I feel like the red came out pretty good. What do you think, Dane?
It's not bad.
The red and the blue is pretty nice. I mean, it kind of gives off like New York Giants vibes, but looks good, honestly. And then if you get a view of the carbon buckets, there you go, guys. You can see the carbon fiber peeking out there. Got the nice IL Motorsports center console, a couple aluminum bits, nice wooden steering wheel. Got the aluminum LRB door cards. See, this is a nice car. I just love the way it's put together. So what are your plans for this thing?
I got some new wheels for it soon that you guys are gonna see. So stick around if you want to see those, because there's some hot boy shit.
Some Hot Boy shit?
Yeah. I also plan on doing a rear bumper cut with the bash bar with the jacking point.
Okay, Hamilton, you're always in the way, buddy. Oh, he's so cute. We're gonna cut this bumper, do a bash bar. We'll make a video when we do that. Anything else before we take it on our next road
I
trip?
do plan on doing a paint correction on it, bringing back this beautiful blue.
Yeah, I know at first you were saying you kind of like the patina look, but are you trying to make it shine now?
Yeah.
Nice.
Make her pop out more.
All right, guys, so that's a quick tour of Danny's car. I hope you guys liked the story of how he got it for $200 and saved it from going to the junkyard and then drove it 2,000 miles. I wish we were documenting stuff back at that time because it was just such a fun time, and it's all just what we love to do. Again, why we made this channel. We are going to be doing that whole thing again, basically, because now we're only 80 days away from the gap, and we've got even more bigger and better projects that we're working on bringing down this year. So make sure you guys follow along and subscribe to our channel because you're not going to want to miss it. So now we're going to move on to one of our customers' cars that we have right here. This right here is a Mazdaspeed that we're doing some maintenance on, and I'll have Omar explain to you what we got going on here.
What's going on, guys? So they just got done showing you two of their personal cars, but over here, like Nick mentioned, this is a customer car. We're doing a lot of work to this thing, actually. Number one, we're doing, as you can see, there's a lot of things taken off in here, but we're doing a timing belt water pump kit. This is the second time that we had to take it all apart. Unfortunately, we had a little blunder. We put everything together, we replaced everything, put new seals, and you know, we were all excited to get it going, get it out of the shop, get some space, get another customer car here. And when we did all that, we realized it's still leaking, or not still leaking, it's leaking from something that we did. So we had to take it all apart, and now we're putting it all back together. So on top of doing all the mechanic work, we're also doing a detail on this car. We did a whole one-step paint correction. Still got a couple more panels to finish. We just want to wait till we finish completely under the hood so that we don't have to be leaning over our work. You know, once you finish detailing the car, waxing it and all that, you don't really want to be touching it, leaning on it, messing up the work that you just did. But other than that, this car is really clean. If you look at the inside, it actually has some Porsche GTS seats, which we personally don't know how we feel about them. Let us know what you guys think. They do match the car, definitely, but it's not our style. Now this thing is a Mazdaspeed, as you guys know. So it's got a lot of nice features that you wouldn't find on a normal NB Miata. So yeah, that's just a couple things about what's going on with this car. Like I said, this car is a Mazdaspeed, so it's turbocharged, but there's really not much else going on in this car. Like we said, this is just a customer's car doing some maintenance on it, you know. We like to have fun around here, but something's gotta pay the bills. So we like to work on Miatas.
All right, guys, I'm gonna let Omar get back to work on that timing belt because we really need to get this car out of here. It's been here for way too long, and now we're doing the timing belt twice, which happens. I mean, that's just the real stuff that goes on in the shop, which is stuff that we like to show you guys. And again, another reason why we made this channel. So if you guys like to see real life mechanic stuff and real life Miata stuff, all the good, bad, the ugly, then just follow our channel, guys, because it's all gonna be there. You guys are gonna see everything. So let's move on to the next car that I'm gonna show you guys, and that's this car right here. When we got this car, I'll leave a picture or a video or something right here. It was red, it was sanded. It looked pretty terrible when we first got it, as you guys could tell. It came with this green vinyl wrap. We made it look like this, how it looks today. All right, so you guys just saw what the car looked like when we got it, and this is what it looks like now. And if I didn't tell you, you probably wouldn't even know it was the same car. When we first got it, you guys saw what it looked like. It had stock fenders in the front. We had to even find the fenders to source to finish the build because it has the auto connection rear fenders on the back, but then when you come around to the front, it only had stock fenders. Really funny story how we got those fenders, because this auto connection kit is actually a really rare body kit. It had the rear, but it didn't have the front. So we went on Facebook Marketplace and we did some searching to see if we could find some wide body fenders. We didn't think we'd be able to find a set of auto connections because what are the odds? I mean, they're just so rare. We go to buy them and we noticed that these ones were used, but they were the same exact color as the rear over fenders. And then we went to put them on the car and they basically just bolted up perfectly with no body work or anything. Like, they just went right on. For a fiberglass fender, that is not something that really ever happens. So turns out that this was a complete kit on this exact car in the past, but then somebody bought it and they sold these front fenders off of the car and put stock fenders on it, which made no sense at all to me. But we did confirm that these were the fenders that were on the car, the exact set, and we reunited them with the car, which I think is just so cool because it's almost like fate. Like, it was meant to happen. Like, what are the odds, guys? So give you the rear end look. We got the hard top for it. We did change the soft top on this car too. We got the hard top on there right now, and we'll give you the rear view. We got the ducktail spoiler. We did a little bumper cut for that center exhaust, and honestly, guys, I'm just loving the way this car looks. We put the side skirts on it. We put some 15x10 wheels on there, and look at the fitment. It's literally perfect. We got some Hankook RS3 tires, so nice and grippy. And now, like I said, guys, we got this car for only $1,800, and we really didn't know what we were gonna do with it at first. Honestly, the plan was probably gonna be to just flip this car, buy it for $1,800, wrap it, make it look good, and flip it. But having this car in the shop every day has pretty much made us fall in love with it. We love looking at it. We love having it in the shop. We love making videos about it. So we're kind of thinking about keeping it. Still not too sure. We might make it a drift car. We might make it a toge car. So we're gonna have a little bit more fun with it. But then once we're done, we're not really too sure, but a giveaway might be in the imminent future for our wide body Miata. So if that's something you're interested in, for real, make sure you guys follow along. I mean, every car I show you guys, it's just another reason to give us a follow, because like I said, we got cool stuff going on here, and you might be able to get a free Miata too if you follow. So, I mean, if that doesn't convince you, I don't know what does. So that's our wide body shop project. If you want to see more of this car, just give us a follow because this one's going to be in a lot of the videos. Let's move on to this red one right here that you've seen in the background, but I have no idea what's going on with it. It looks like a stock Miata, but guess what? This is actually not a Miata. And no, that's not a joke. This right here is a Mazda MX-5. And the reason for that is because it was actually imported from the United Kingdom, which means that it's not a Unos either. Most right-hand drive Miatas you see in the United States are Unos Roadsters, but this is not a Unos Roadster. It's not a Miata, it's just a Mazda MX-5. This is pretty much just a clean, bone stock, red Miata, except right-hand drive. So that's right, guys. We got two right-hand drive Miatas in here right now. We got the bone stock UK import Mazda MX-5, and then we have the turbo Unos Roadster project, which I just showed you. This one we just imported because we were looking for Miatas on Marketplace, and as you guys know, the market is pretty crazy, and we found this good deal, except the only problem, it was all the way across the ocean. We still bought it. We got it over here. We bought it sight unseen, and now it's here. Now, aside from this car being right-hand drive, there's really nothing too special going on. It's just a stock Miata. We've got a little bit of everything, guys. We got stock Miatas, we got wide-body Miatas, we got turbo Miata projects, we got Miatas that are turbocharged from the factory, like this Mazdaspeed over here. We got pop-up headlight Miatas that don't even have pop-up headlights and have NB2 bumpers. Just so much going on, guys. This is not even half of it. This is just the beginning. This is just a quick sneak peek of the things we have going on. And I promise you guys, there's so much more to come. And the next couple of months, especially, are gonna be very busy, very packed with a lot of fun Miata stuff. Probably a lot of stress too, because we've got a lot on our plate. As long as you guys follow along, you'll be able to see all of it. We're gonna be documenting everything. There you have it, guys. Tomorrow we're gonna have another Miata here that we're gonna start getting content for, and that one's gonna be a huge project, another Miatas at the Gap project. That's actually what this motor is right here sitting. So that motor is gonna be getting dropped in a car within the next couple of days / weeks, so stay tuned for that. Hope you guys liked the first video. Like I said, subscribe, follow, comment if you like what we're doing, and we will see you guys in the next one.